Hey, what's going on, everyone? Matthew from therighttrader.com back today with another daily crypto update. Today we've seen a huge amount of bullish news across different websites. And what's interesting is even over the past, 2 to 3 weeks, we've seen a lot of bullish news. And the market hasn't necessarily reacted that positively to the news. Certain cryptos did decent on some news announcements, but overall, the market has kind of stagnated. Some people are kind of disappointed because they see this bullish news and they're wondering why isn't the market going up due to it. And that's pretty common in any marketplace. You can't rely on news to make cryptos go up, but in the longer term, right, all these things that are happening that are bullish, especially everything that's happening behind the scenes, should lead to cryptos going up over the next couple months and especially over the next couple years. So I personally like these type of periods where there's not necessarily the same hype factor as before, and that allows to get in at cheaper prices and then ride that wave back up when those things start really developing more seriously, and you were able to get in at the right point. So once again, that's just what I'm trying to do. That's just my personal opinion. It's not financial advice. But at these levels, I'm definitely considering an investment. I'm just waiting, seeing what's happening. We're in a bit of a symmetrical triangle here on certain cryptos, so staying patient for now. I'll cover the technical analysis on the usual cryptos in just a second. I'm also going to go over those news pieces. But over the past 24 hours, we're relatively flat, slightly down on certain cryptos. Binance coin is one of the few cryptos that's actually doing very well today, up 10%. I'll go over why in the news section. But Bitcoin is one to pay attention to here because it's actually a little bit stronger than other cryptos right now, which is definitely something that I'm keeping an eye on. And we have to see if Bitcoin might start taking a bit of a lead here. We'll have to wait and see, but it does look like a possibility here. It did get some bullish news as well. Also, more and more speculation about that Bitcoin ETF. So we're going to jump right into the news section. Before we do that, make sure to follow me on Twitter. I've been very active there, been posting charts, kind of keeping you updated on what's going on. My thoughts and opinions in real time on the marketplace. So definitely go follow me on Twitter. Link to that in the description of this video. And make sure as well to check out my premium content for monthly cryptocurrency buying opportunities. With that being said, let's get started with these news pieces. So first off, Fidelity Investments is showing interest in cryptocurrencies. It's planning on building a cryptocurrency exchange. It's actually a multi-trillion-dollar asset management firm. And the fact that they're taking interest towards cryptocurrencies, the CEO is actually a believer in Bitcoin, is a good sign. And we want to see that shift towards more mainstream institutions getting ready to get on board with crypto and starting to get on board with crypto, right? And that's something that we have been seeing, which is great. Now, once again, it's been moving kind of slowly and especially behind the scenes. But I believe that now is the time that these institutions are really getting in, and the average retail investor will be getting in kind of at the wrong time when everything is already going up a lot, in the next few months. So that's kind of my opinion on that. Now, Coinbase making some very interesting moves as well. It is on the path to listing SEC-regulated crypto securities, and this is big because if they get approved to be a registered broker-dealer for blockchain-based securities, it's going to allow them to list more of these digital assets, and that's when things get interesting. They really kind of hint to that, right? Saying that there are now many types of blockchain-based digital assets, from cryptocurrencies to security tokens to collectibles. And I think that they're just trying to move everything correctly, not make any mistakes here like they did with Bitcoin Cash, and then we'll start to see them list more and more cryptos, which is going to be huge for the general market. More news is that the Binance CEO revealed that the company is one step closer to offering fiat crypto trading. That's because they are setting up a bank account in Malta, and they have been working on that. So the idea here is that it will allow them down the line to actually be able to allow fiat crypto trading, and that's going to be enormous if that goes through, especially for US dollar. Getting US dollar to altcoin transactions, huge, absolutely huge. News is that Binance Coin actually hit a record high against Bitcoin. Now, this is due to increasing volume. They actually had a 155% rise in trading volume over the last 48 hours, and that corresponded to the increase in price because increase in trading volume should normally correlate to an increase in the price of the Binance coin, and that's what happened this time around. I think that Binance coin will do well. For now, we're not seeing the same volume as we once did, but if it starts increasing, that's obviously going to be a good thing for Binance and its coin. Now, moving forward, there is a lot of news here today. Cryptocurrencies are not going away, says the CFTC official. And we've actually seen that the CFTC has been pretty bullish on crypto overall, a little bit careful with ICOs, but overall, they definitely want to move in a positive direction with cryptocurrencies, and it's good that they're not going to be suppressing that too much. With that being said, the final bit of news is that the investment firm Van Eck is attempting to filing a Bitcoin ETF, and it's going to be aimed directly towards institutional players. That should kind of help with getting it approved for one, and it's going to bring a lot of big money towards it. So that's something that's been kind of rampant in the speculation is a Bitcoin ETF, and that will allow a huge amount of money, especially from people who don't want to directly invest in Bitcoin, to get some holdings, and that is a huge multi-billion-dollar opportunity right there if we start seeing Bitcoin ETFs, and that's kind of where we're heading, it looks like. So great news overall, and I think that we'll really start to see this news really develop and create a lasting impact on the market over the next few months. Let's go ahead and jump into the technical analysis now. So Bitcoin looking pretty good here. I like how these candlesticks have these longer lower wicks. It means that buyers bought up these price levels. We actually have a hammer candlestick today, which is a little bit surprising. And this makes me think that we might even see more updates from here, kind of a breakout towards $8,000. And then we'll see. Maybe we might even be able to pop a little bit above $8,000. That would obviously be ideal, getting back in this upper range over here. But for now, we're still in this uptrending channel, which is fine. And as long as this holds, nothing really to worry about. We even have a new little uptrend line in the making here. So we're definitely moving in the right direction. Indicators still holding up. Bitcoin looking good here. Let's go ahead and take a look at Ethereum, see what's going on. So Ethereum is also experiencing a hammer candlestick. However, a little bit of resistance from the middle band, which is normal, right? There's a lot of resistance, a little bit above $600. But as soon as we see, a clear move, I'd say above $630, we'll really start to see, a quick ramp up back towards $700. And that could happen, over the next few days if we get that move above $630. Indicators also still holding up well here. Let's take a look at Litecoin and see what's going on. Litecoin, kind of more flat than Bitcoin and Ethereum, but we also are getting these longer lower wicks, which is good. And I'd like to see, Litecoin get a clear move above $130 as far as a bullish signal is concerned. Once that happens, I think that we can start to see a bit more bullish movement last. For now, it's still trying to get a little bit of a base in. Let's take a look at Nano. Nano is managing to hold above 50,000 Satoshis, which is good. That's what we wanted to see. It's actually moving up a bit higher now, so I wouldn't be surprised to see a move back towards 55,000 Satoshis. As long as we remain above 50,000 Satoshis, we're fine, and what we want to see is a move above 60,000 Satoshis to confirm, a move higher. Let's go ahead and take a look at Ripple now, see what's going on. So we're going to go over to the Bittrex chart. And Ripple is actually managing to stay above its uptrend line. Got a nice bounce there. Indicators still doing well. I think that we can see that the upper Bollinger Band is actually starting to expand higher. So wouldn't be surprised to see us remain above this uptrend line and just continue to move slowly but surely towards the upside. Getting back above 70 cents this time will be a bullish signal. Let's take a look at NEO, see what's going on. So NEO is right now pretty flat. It's actually at around $53. A lot of support at around $52. Not able to get back above its middle band just yet. But over the next few days, wouldn't be surprised if that happens. And if it does, we'll have a better chance of retesting $59. Any move above $60 will be quite bullish for a move back, towards $75 and above. So that's really what we're going to be looking for, is a move above $60 to trigger a bullish signal. Let's take a look at Stellar Lumens next and see what's going on. So Stellar Lumens is currently above its middle band, which is good. It's actually managing to hold up very nicely here above 3,800 Satoshis. And I think that we're going to continue trading this range between 3,800 and 4,000 Satoshis. actually a pretty good chance here that over the next week or two we get a breakout above 4,000 Satoshis. We actually have a lot of buying volume here. So Stellar Lumen's definitely been one of the stronger cryptocurrencies out there, just showing more strength than others, holding up well. Let's take a look at Vertcoin and see what's going on. Vertcoin actually came up on its support level here, and it's not looking too good today, especially with cryptocurrencies, which are holding up pretty well. It's actually starting to dip slightly below its $1.54 support level, and that's not a good sign, right? Our indicators are pretty weak here. I think that there's a chance, unless we get a nice bounce over the next 2-3 days above $1.54, that we actually start to move lower back down towards $1. So definitely not good for Vertcoin. Let's take a look at our next crypto, which is going to be Lisk, and see what's happening. So going over to the Bittrex chart, we can see that Lisk actually failed to remain above its uptrend line. Not the best sign. However, I am still hopeful that we will see some consolidation, around $8 to $9. And as long as we don't, move below $6.24, we're still okay. I wouldn't really want to see a move below $8 or $7 especially, because that would put us in a bit more dangerous of a situation. For now, though, we're still managing to consolidate indicators. Bollinger Band still pretty flat. Just want to make sure that we don't start moving, lower in that $7 range, I'd say. Let's take a look at Cardano next, see what's going on. Going over to the Bittrex chart, we can see that Cardano is testing its middle band. Could see a little bit of a drop here back down towards 2,600, 2,500 Satoshis. We really don't want to try to remain above 2,500 Satoshis, but the indicators are flipping a bit lower, so could see a bit of a drop here. Once again, we want to make sure we stay above 2,500 Satoshis, because if we fall below that, it could get pretty bearish. Let's take a look at our last cryptocurrency of the daily crypto update, which is going to be IOTA. And IOTA is actually getting this really nice bounce off the middle band. However, still have a red candlestick here. Right now, IOTA, it pulled back from that $1.91 high. We are probably, wouldn't be surprised if we fall a little bit lower, down towards $1.60. Even if we fall lower down to $1.47, or even our uptrend line, definitely possible, and that's okay as long as we bounce there. We want to make sure we stay above this pink uptrend line at this point. It's not a very steep uptrend line, so it should be doable, and that's yet another reason why we want to make sure we stay above this, because since it's not very steep, if we fall below it, that's not a good sign. That really means that there's not much strength. But for now, we're still good. With that being said, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Once again, nothing in this video is financial advice, just my personal opinion. See you next time.